And good morning again. The news from overnight is as grim as it has been for the last week. An Iraqi official told Reuters news agency that the ISIS terrorists have killed 500 members of the Yazidi minority group and have kidnapped 300 women. Thousands of the Yazidis are still trapped on that mountaintop in northern Iraq. More food and supplies were dropped over the area last night by U.S. transport planes. U.S. airstrikes continued. The president is on Martha's Vineyard this morning, but as he left Washington, he told reporters the airstrikes may go on for a while. But he said the U.S. does not intend to order ground forces back into the area.
I've been very clear that we're not going to have U.S. combat troops in Iraq again. We are going to maintain that because we should have learned a lesson from our long and immensely costly incursion in Iraq.
More on the story now from Holly Williams, who is in Erbil this morning. Holly.
Good morning, Bob. There were 4 more U.S. airstrikes here last night, targeting the armoured vehicles and trucks used by ISIS militants. And some of those militants are just 30 miles away from where we are here in the city of Erbil. Kurdish soldiers from this area are the only ones still fighting ISIS on the ground here in northern Iraq after Iraqi government soldiers abandoned their posts and ran away in June. The American airstrikes will help those Kurdish fighters in their battle against the militants. Now, ISIS captured a swath of territory across northern Iraq 2 months ago, extending the borders of what it claims is its own Islamic State. Then last week, the militants struck again, seizing 15 more towns, a military base, and Iraq's biggest dam.
Holly, could the Kurdish forces on their own defeat ISIS if they decide to move on Erbil?
Well, Bob, the Kurdish fighters tell us that they're confident that they can defend Erbil, which is their capital. But they say if they're going to push ISIS out of Iraq, then they need the US to give them weapons, because they say they're relying on outdated guns, whereas the militants have American tanks and artillery that they captured from Iraqi government soldiers when they ran away 2 months ago.
Well, will these airstrikes be enough to actually defeat ISIS?
Well, the very limited strikes that we've seen so far won't be enough. But the hope is that they will give Kurdish fighters, who everyone is relying on here, just a little bit of breathing room.
All right. Holly Williams will be very careful, Holly. Thanks so much.